One chocolate brand contains cadmium levels high enough to trigger a Prop 65 warning in California, and it's marketed as a healthy dark chocolate option. Most people eat it every day. Today I'm exposing 8 chocolate brands you need to stop buying. Brands loaded with heavy metals, child labor violations, and fake ingredients. This is based on Consumer Reports testing and contamination data these companies don't want you to see. The brand at number 1 is the best-selling chocolate in America, and testing shows some of the highest lead and cadmium levels ever recorded. Let's start with number 8. The 4 deadly chocolate problems. Problem 1. Heavy metals. Consumer Reports tested 28 dark chocolate bars in 2022 and found dangerous levels of lead and cadmium in 23 of them. Lead causes brain damage. Cadmium destroys your kidneys and causes cancer. These metals come from contaminated soil, and companies don't test for them. Problem 2. Child labor. Over 1.5 million children work in cocoa farms in West Africa. Many are trafficked, beaten, and denied education. Nestle, Hershey's, and Mars promised to end this by 2005, then 2008, then 2020. They've broken every promise. In 2021, 8 former child slaves sued Nestle and Cargill. The case detailed children as young as 12 forced to work with machetes, unpaid. Problem 3. Fake chocolate. Many bars aren't real chocolate. Companies replace cocoa butter with vegetable oils, palm oil, soybean oil, hydrogenated fats. These contain trans fats that cause heart disease. Labels hide this with terms like chocolatey or chocolate flavored. Problem 4. Sugar overload. Most chocolate bars are 50% to 60% sugar. One Hershey's bar has 24 grams. That's 6 teaspoons. And dark chocolate isn't automatically healthy. Many have more sugar than milk chocolate and dangerous heavy metals. The 8 worst brands. Brand 8. Hershey's Milk Chocolate. Consumer Reports found Hershey's Special Dark contained lead exceeding California's safety limit. Regular Hershey's tested positive for cadmium. Hershey sources 90% of cocoa from West Africa, where child labor is rampant. In 2012, they were sued for falsely claiming ethical sourcing. Why does Hershey's taste like vomit? Because it contains butyric acid, the compound in rancid butter and vomit. It's added intentionally. One bar has 24 grams of sugar, more than a Krispy Kreme donut. You're eating lead-contaminated chocolate made with child labor that literally tastes like spoiled milk. Brand 7. Milka. Marketed as premium Alpine chocolate from Germany, but most Milka sold in the US is manufactured in generic factories using standard milk. The Alpine story is marketing. Milka bars contain 23 to 25 grams of sugar, more than Hershey's. Mondelez sources cocoa from the same West African suppliers using child labor. You're paying extra for fake Alpine branding and getting the same child labor chocolate with more sugar. Brand 6. Godiva. Consumer Reports tested Godiva dark chocolate 72% cacao. Result: high levels of both lead and cadmium. Godiva scored among the worst for cadmium contamination. People pay $3 to $5 per bar thinking it's premium and safer. It's not. Most Godiva sold in the US is manufactured in Pennsylvania, not Belgium. It's American chocolate with Belgian branding. And their supply chain includes farms using child labor despite sustainability claims. You're paying luxury prices for contaminated chocolate with fake Belgian heritage. Brand 5. Equal exchange. This surprised me because it's supposed to be ethical. Consumer Reports tested Equal Exchange organic dark chocolate 71% cacao. Result: very high cadmium levels, one of the highest in the entire study. People buy Equal Exchange specifically for clean, ethical chocolate. You're paying $4 to $5 per bar for organic chocolate contaminated with kidney-damaging cadmium. Organic certification doesn't mean heavy metal-free. Fair trade ensures better wages, but doesn't test for contamination. Equal exchange proves that organic and fair trade labels don't guarantee safety without heavy metal testing. Brand 4. Mars, Snickers, Milky Way, Twix, M and Mrs. Mars products contain lead and cadmium. Dove dark chocolate tested positive for both metals. Mars sources 100% of cocoa from West Africa. In 2021, Mars, Nestlé, and Cargill were sued by former child slaves. The lawsuit detailed children trafficked from Mali, forced to work 14-hour days with machetes, beaten, and unpaid. Mars promised to end child labor since 2001. They've broken every deadline. A 2020 investigation found child labor increased in Mars supply chains. Many Mars products aren't real chocolate. Milky Way. Simply Caramel uses chocolate-flavored coating made with vegetable oil, not cocoa butter. One Snickers bar has 27 grams of sugar. One serving of M&Ms has 31 grams. Mars profits from child slavery while selling fake chocolate loaded with sugar and heavy metals. Brand 3. Trader Joe's Dark Chocolate 85%. Consumer Reports tested Trader Joe's dark chocolate lovers 85% cacao. Result: very high cadmium levels. One of the absolute worst in the study. People buy this thinking it's healthy. 85% cacao, high antioxidants, low sugar, and it's poisoning them with cadmium. Cadmium accumulates in your kidneys and causes kidney disease and cancer. California's Proposition 65 limit is 4.1 micrograms per day. One serving delivers more than that. Trader Joe's sources cocoa from Peru and Ecuador, where soil naturally contains high cadmium. But they don't test for contamination or use processing to reduce heavy metals. Trader Joe's 85% dark is a textbook example of how dark and high cacao don't mean safe. Without testing, you're gambling with your kidneys. Brand 2. Lindt. Consumer Reports tested Lindt Excellence Dark Chocolate 70% cocoa. Result: high lead. Lindt Excellence. 85% tested even worse. Very high cadmium. People buying high cacao Lindt for health benefits are getting poisoned. Lindt sources cocoa from Ghana and Ivory Coast. A 2020 investigation found child labor, deforestation, and illegal farming in their supply chain. Most Lindt sold in the U.S. is manufactured in New Hampshire, not Switzerland. The Swiss branding is pure marketing. Lindt bars cost $3 to $6 each. That's double the price of Hershey's. And you're getting higher heavy metal contamination. You're paying more to poison yourself. Brand 1. Hershey's Special Dark and Nestlé. This is the worst. I'm combining them because they're equally terrible. Hershey's Special Dark tested as one of the worst for lead and cadmium. Very high lead, high cadmium. Consumer Reports rated it among the 3 worst bars for heavy metal contamination. Nestlé products show similar results. If you eat these daily, you're consuming lead and cadmium that damage your brain, kidneys, and bones. Hershey's. Sued multiple times for child labor. Promised to eliminate it by 2020. Missed the deadline. Still sourcing from farms using child labor as of 2023. Nestlé. Sued by 8 former child slaves in 2021. Children as young as 12 trafficked from Mali. Forced to work on cocoa farms with machetes, beaten, paid nothing. Nestlé admitted child labor exists in their supply chain, but argues they can't be held legally responsible. The Washington Post and BBC have documented Nestlé's child labor since 2001. They've done nothing to stop it. Both companies claim sustainability. Both have certification programs. Both publish glossy reports. And both fail every independent audit. Hershey's Special Dark and Nestlé combine the worst heavy metal contamination with the worst ethical violations. You're eating lead, cadmium, and chocolate made by child slaves. The 2 safe chocolate brands. Safe Brand 1. Mast chocolate. Consumer Reports tested Mast organic dark chocolate 80%. Result: low lead, low cadmium. One of only 5 bars to pass both tests. Mast sources cocoa from organic farms in Peru, Ecuador, and Madagascar. They test every batch for heavy metals and use processing to reduce cadmium. They work directly with farmer cooperatives, pay above fair trade prices, no child labor, full transparency. Mast chocolate contains 2 ingredients: organic cacao and organic cane sugar. No emulsifiers, no vegetable oils, no fake vanilla, just real chocolate. Cost: $8 to $12 per bar. Yes, expensive, but you're paying for clean, ethical, tested chocolate. Available at mastchocolate.com and Whole Foods. Mast is the gold standard. Safe brand 2. TCHO chocolate. Consumer Reports tested TCHO dark chocolate 70%. Result: very low lead, very low cadmium, one of the cleanest chocolates tested. TCHO sources from Peru, Ecuador, Ghana, and Madagascar. They test every batch and use processing to reduce heavy metals. They work with certified cooperatives, conduct third-party audits, no child labor, fair wages. TCHO uses real cocoa butter, organic cane sugar, and natural vanilla. No vegetable oils or fake ingredients. Cost: $4 to $6 per bar. That's comparable to Lindt or Godiva, but without contamination. Available at Target, Whole Foods, and cho.com. TCHO is proof you don't need to spend $10 per bar for clean chocolate. How to choose safe chocolate. Rule 1. Check Consumer Reports heavy metal testing. Visit their website and search chocolate heavy metals. Only buy brands that scored low on lead and cadmium. Rule 2. Look for third-party testing. Buy chocolate from brands that test every batch and publish results. Mast and TCHO do this. Most big brands don't. Rule 3. Avoid high cacao dark chocolate unless tested. Dark chocolate with 70% or more cacao has higher cadmium. It's only safe if tested. Rule 4. Never buy Hershey's Special. Dark Nestlé, Lindt 85% or higher, Godiva dark, Trader Joe's 85% dark, Equal Exchange dark, or Mars products. Rule 5. Read ingredients. Real chocolate contains cocoa beans, cocoa butter, sugar, maybe vanilla. If you see vegetable oil, palm oil, or chocolate flavoring, it's fake chocolate. Cost comparison. Hershey's or Nestlé costs $1.50 per bar. Contains lead, cadmium, made with child labor, fake ingredients, high sugar. Mast or TCHO costs $6 to $10 per bar. Tested clean, ethically sourced, real ingredients. You eat less because it's satisfying, not addictive sugar. The extra cost is worth not poisoning yourself or funding child slavery. Chocolate should be a treat, a moment of joy, but the chocolate industry has turned it into a nightmare of child exploitation, heavy metal contamination, and corporate lies. The brands I exposed, Hershey's, Nestlé, Mars, Lindt, Godiva, they're selling you poison wrapped in marketing, lead and cadmium that damage your brain and kidneys, sugar bombs disguised as treats, chocolate made by trafficked children. You have safe alternatives. Mast and TCHO prove chocolate can be clean, ethical, and delicious, but it requires companies to test for contaminants and pay farmers fairly. Most brands refuse because it costs more. Throw out the Hershey's, Nestlé, Mars, and Lindt. Check Consumer Reports rankings. Buy only chocolate tested for lead and cadmium. Support brands that publish results and trace supply chains. Demand better. Call out these companies on social media. Leave reviews. Sign petitions demanding heavy metal testing and child labor transparency. The industry only changes when we force them to. I'm Food Bazooka, and I just destroyed the chocolate industry. For your health and the children mining your cocoa. If this stopped you from eating lead-contaminated chocolate made by child slaves, smash that like button and subscribe. Comment which brand shocked you most. Until next time, eat real chocolate, not poison wrapped in gold foil. Peace.